Okay, so here's game 2 on Shrinkage between Mug and Future. These guys hate each other now because Future got dragged into that game not knowing what to expect and basically just got owned by two Marauders. So Dlovan actually has the psychological upper hand, but check this out. They flipped races. Oh, Future didn't even queue his SCV. Boo. But they flipped races. Future's now Terran. Mug is now Protoss. And... okay, funny story, might as well tell it. Mug is actually the account of Brood War player Nyokin. Brood War player Nyokin played at MLG Dallas, as did Future, and they got each other in the first round. Nyokin signed up for the tournament that day. He had no intention of playing at MLG Dallas. He was just going to support his teammates Machine, LZ Gamer, Inca, and Idra, and In Control, and all those guys. But because there were some empty seats, Nyokin said, hey, what the hell, I'll play. He got Future first round and beat him 2-1. So Future, that last game, thought that Nyokin was playing against him, and it just now has revealed to him that Mug is not Nyokin, it is actually Dlovan playing on Nyokin's account. So Future probably felt like a bit of an ass losing to Nyokin at MLG Dallas just a couple of days before this actual extravaganza, this streaming marathon for charity, for Child's Play charity that IC Cup Railcoon and the rest of the IC Cup TV staff put on this past weekend. They raised over $4,000 for Child's Play. If you don't know what it is, they actually buy consoles and games for hospitals, specifically for kids with like terminal illnesses or just extended hospital stays, so that they have something to do while they're in the hospital. That's fun. Reading is for noobs. Might as well play games all day. But on Dlovan, going Forge first and then Cannons against this command center. His strategy seemed very command center killing centric. Like last game he put those two Marauders in a bunker just in range of that command center. Now he's putting cannons. I think these are in range. This one at least is in range. I don't know about this one. Future building barracks now. Not sure what his long-term strategy is going to be. Whether it's going to be Marauders again. Looks like it's not because he didn't leave any room for a tech lab, and he's building a factory right now off of that one gas. The first cannon is up. It is hitting the command center. Future does pull one SCV back here repairing that, and the second cannon is actually out of range, so Dlovan probably feels a little bit silly wasting the minerals there on that second cannon. But if worse comes to worse and Future makes Marines or something to try and take this out, this cannon might actually act as defense, so that'll be good for him anyway. Dlovan switching gears a little bit now, going for a gateway, but Future's got his factory coming up. Did he leave enough room for a tech lab? I'm not really positive there. We'll see in a moment. But Future just sort of repairing with that one SCV constantly, while Dlovan doesn't really have to do anything. He just continues teching up. He does have that gateway nearly finished, but his factory for Future is finished. It does have a tech lab. He trapped his SCV in there. Probably going to let that tech lab finish before getting the SCV out. But he probably didn't know that was going to happen. Dlovan sees an opportunity here, drops a cannon outside of the factory as well, so he can start attacking that. And a Cybernetics core goes down once that gateway finishes. He's still on one gas. Future's still on one gas. Finally, that tech lab finishes, so the SCV can escape. Oh no, what's going on here? Future got the tech lab finished, but he's not going to build a siege tank? He's building another tech lab over here. I don't know what that's about. Seems like a waste of time. But a second gateway finishing for... actually starting for Dlovan. He cancels that cannon that was in range of the factory. Oh, he's building it back here because there was a cannon there. Derp. He doesn't want his factory to be killed by a single cannon while it's trying to build siege tanks. So Cybernetics core nearly finished. Gateways 2 and 3 and 4 all building. So Dlovan goes from cannoning his opponent into 4-gate warp gates. That could be pretty good for him since he can obviously warp across this narrow gap. Future gonna have siege tech and a single tank coming out now. He's got a factory, actually a barracks floating around here for scouting purposes, I guess. He does see that pylon coming down, but I don't know what else he's gonna be able to see with that. He only sees one gateway down here and then something chrono boosting. He can't actually see that it's a Cybernetics core. This poor command center has been under attack for so long. I know that the attack of that cannon's gotta be annoying by now. Future just sacks an SCV right there. Had to be a mistake. Is chrono boosting still? He's chrono boosting his warp gate tech still. He's got his 4 gates completed. He's not building anything out of them. He's just going to continue chrono boosting warp gate technology so he can flip all of them. Future does have a tank out now. He is going to start attacking this gateway. Don't know if it's going to be fast enough. He does siege up now, and is he going to take out the cannon or the Nexus? It looks like the cannon is going to be his first target. He doesn't have any support units though to take out these units that are about to be popping out of these warp gates here. Let's see, Warp Gate Tech is about to finish now. That first cannon does go down. Good job for Future, taking out that single offensive cannon. Now he doesn't have to continue repairing his command center. He sees the Warp Gates flip now, though, and he knows he's in trouble. Dlovan warps in a bunch of units up here at the top, 4 Stalkers. The tank sieges up in time, gets a couple of shots off. All the SCVs are pulled, but the tank is doing damage to these SCVs every time it does damage to the tanks. Dlovan just focuses down that tank real quick, and now there's only 1 siege tank left against Dlovan's 3 Stalkers and 4 Warp Gates. He didn't even kill off that second cannon. Poor Future. He starts repairing his siege tank to ward off these Stalkers, but Dlovan has 4 Warp Gates. All he has to do is wait for those cycles to finish, warp in 4 more Zealots, and now Future is in real trouble yet again. He just flings all these tier 1 units at the tank. If he can kill that off, he basically wins the game. Future had these guys on auto repair, I think. No, he just had them on repair, so when they finished, they didn't even start repairing it again. But Dlovan taking 2 games in a row real quick. Now let's see what's in store. Future obviously doesn't want to lose all the games on Shrinkage. He wants to win at least once, so we'll see what happens in game 3.